This is Ozark on roll 6. We're ahead of camera roll 11. Camera roll 11.
How you guys roll? Speed. Rolling, David?
Are you ready?
Okay, rolling. Okay, Dave.
Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. There. Whoop. 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 Come back. Yeah. Whoop. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Foot stick and
Wait just a second.
Now.
Huh?
Rolling.
Okay. What?
this the
Wait,
four.
I'm sorry. Okay. Ready.
This is a 4-foot stick, and they have to have the logs in a 2-foot length from 8 foot on. You know, so we just use a 4-foot stick with a 2-foot mark in the middle, and you just lay it right on the log and get it in there pretty close. You know, this would be a 16.
All right, I'm gonna have to play him some more, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's as long as it's anyway long, we
Holler,
only got
will you?
6 or 7 inches long.
Holler. When you, is that far enough?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah.
That stick's about 4'1" or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, man.
How do you get paid on these logs?
They scale them. You go and see how many feet's on the load. They tally them up in a week, and they just pay me $45 a thousand, and then I have to pay my crew out of that.
Hold it just a second. Wait a second. We want to see you marking that log.
Got it?
Now, what are you doing there?
I just have to mark the length on the log so they'll know how long it is on the small end.
How do they know it's your log?
I'll write my initials on it, on the load.
What happens when you get to the mill? What do you do? And then
I just dump them off and write my initials on them, and they'll come by and scale it later on, sometime up in the day.
how many board feet in that log right there? About.
Oh, there'll probably be about 30 in this one, something like that, 25, 30.
Do you get paid by the board feet?
Yeah.
What are they paying now?
It'll just be different prices for this, depending on how long you have to haul it and where it's at.
Well, you'll work out here. How many you take maybe 2 loads a day in?
Yeah, we do, but they some will haul quite a bit more than that, even up to 4 loads, you know.
Yeah.
So it just depends on your crew and how much you want to do.
How much do you think you get for a load out there?
Well, it'll bring, all told, before you take anything out, it'll bring about $65, $70.
How many hours labor does that represent?
3 probably for just the 2 of us. If you got a full crew, it's about an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
Go ahead and do whatever.
Yeah. Whoa. Corey's harnessed up. He did.
What'd you break?
That old lad's our handspring over here. That'll get strapped or something.
Scale 25.
Just one more. That's
That's MOS take, MOS.
David, rolling now. What are you doing there, Keith?
He broke a piece off this horse did.
Rolling now. What are you doing there, Keith?
He broke a piece off this horse did, and I'll put another piece on it here. Hold his chains about his leg.
How come you're still using a horse?
Skidder's too high.
They're quite a bit cheaper.
I'm getting mainly horses ass over there.
Horse is getting about as high, though. The skidders is pretty near it anymore. What did that old boy with Ellington ask you for that? 1,000? That mule? Over at that old trader, you know, we went over
Yeah, $1,200 a piece.
$1,200 a piece for them stinking.
They wasn't broke.
It wasn't broke. Power saws went plumb out of sight with it. That right there cost me $400. Next one's gonna cost me $435 to $450.
It costs a lot more, I guess, to work in the timber these days than it used to.
Yeah, everything's a lot more expensive.
Gas is high, oil, parts.
Actually, everything's more expensive, and of course the price of timber's come up too, but not like everything else has.
I seen them can hook. What did you get for that can hook, Cal? $4?
$4.50.
I seen a mini one. I bought several of them for $1.50 a piece.
I have too. They ain't been very long.
They ain't been very long ago. How many more are you going to need? About 10?
Yeah, 15 probably.
15? I don't know. I'm going to be able to get them big ones up out there. You may actually have to cut a road in there.
Does a horse allow you to do anything? Just tell us a little bit about what a horse can do as opposed to...
Yeah, what do you mean about?
Well, what a horse can do, and how is it better in the woods if it is than a mechanical skidder?
Well, they're not near as hard on your standing timber like this. This sail here is a restricted horse or a small tractor, because the skidder will skin up a lot of your standing timber, you know, and they'll get a rotten spot in them or die. But a skidder will get out a lot more stuff, so probably 4 or 5 times as much. And then a lot of the reason everybody's going to the skidder is it's getting hard to find anybody that can work a horse.
Mule skinner is just about over with. Good ones.
It's something that it takes 3 or 4 years to learn it right, you know. And
I'm natural born, son. What are you talking about? I'm natural born mule skinner. You got the cream of the crop.
Yeah, it's a bad year.
Bad on me.
But, we've been thinking about going to skidder, but I don't know whether we will or not. Won't for a while.
One thing, this whole thing here, you can work a plow garden, or you can ride him, or do anything you want to. And an old skidder, when you get off him out in the woods, that's just about as far as that thing's going to go.
A lot of your timber anymore is getting to where it's in such rough ground. The skidder's a lot better, because it's way better than rough ground.
If I had to do over, I know one thing up there, timber mine down there, it'll never be another skidder on it.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. I don't care if I owned 1 million acres, I'd never have another skidder on it. Look what they done in my timber. Never have it. Never have it. Well, you about ready to load these? I guess you know we're heading for 10 o'clock right now, according to my time.
Yeah, it's wrong.
No, my time ain't wrong. My time's always right, but I'm getting it for the hour, not for the...
Yeah.
$6 an hour ain't nothing, Lord. Yeah. There's a bean pot, don't get me. Yeah. 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 Oh, getting that pole out. Yeah.
Working in the timber, what made you decide on doing this?
Oh, it's right in this part of the country. There's not a lot else to do, and then it's pretty independent. We don't have a boss or anything. You know, we just work as we want to. But that's about all the time. And it's about all there is to do right around here. And then I like it. It's just, I don't know. So we did like it.
Did your family work in the timber?
Yeah. Pretty well. We've worked at about everything my family has, and but mainly that's mainly what they did.
Did your dad train you? How do you learn how to work in the timber?
Well, that's you just have to kind of. When I was a kid, I started going with my uncle. He was logging, and I'd go with him, and And by the time I got big enough to do it, well, I knew a little bit about what was going on, and then I just started in. It takes a while to learn it, a couple, 3 years, to learn it to where you can do it pretty good.